Welcome to Banks of Sicily Tune Workshop. I'm going to teach you the Banks of Sicily. I've got sheet music organized for you. Of course, it's Banks of Sicily is Hamish Henderson's song, and it's based on Farewell to the Creeks by Pipe-Major Robertson, a great tune. But this is just the Banks of Sicily section. However, I have done a two-part section, so I'll be teaching both parts. Commonly, the first part is played and then goes into Farewell of the Creeks, but I've got both parts here for you in this tune workshop. And we're going to start with a high A introductory note, a little bit different than, a lot of tunes start with an E. We're going to start with a high A. So that's our little lesson one chunk. Of course, if you want to get the sheet music or jump ahead to a different lesson, just click on the link below. It's all there for you. And after that high A, we're going to drop down to the E. Let's do without embellishments for the moment, and then we'll add in those doublings and extra fancy bits in a second. So just notes. So we do have to do one grace note in our non-embellished version to separate two C's. But first we have that high A to E transition. So bottom hand, pinky fingers up, it just stays in that low A position. Top hand, when we're on the high A, the thumb is off on the back of the chanter. Top two fingers are off as well. To get to E, we have to lift up the ring finger. At the same time, we're bringing the thumb onto the chanter and the top two fingers onto the chanter. After that, we're going to hop down to C. So that transition from E down to C, remember to drop the pinky finger of the bottom hand at the same time, drop the ring finger of the top hand, and lift up those middle two fingers on the bottom hand. So here's what we have so far. And then that's what we're adding next, that big fat G grace note. So up and down with the top finger of the top hand, just one up and down movement. That's what we have so far. And again, this is the non-embellished version, so I will teach you a doubling there, but first we're just keeping it real simple with the note transitions. So those are our last two notes. We're on the C. We're going to drop down to B. We're not on that B very long before dropping down to low A. So the C is a little bit longer. Drop down to that short B. We have to lift up the pinky finger of the bottom hand, drop down that middle finger of the bottom hand. And with this movement, what can help is a little bit of a forearm rotation. Don't make your fingers really rigid and make them do all the work. Your forearm can help a bit with that. So after that, then we drop down to low A. Dropping down to low A, we just drop down that ring finger. Easy peasy. So let me just play this lesson one chunk with just that one grace note, otherwise non-embellished version for you here. And a little bit quicker. And we'll add in those embellishments, but again, check out the sheet music below if you want to hop ahead to another lesson. The link is there for all the lessons and the sheet music. So embellishments, we have a couple doublings and a little low G strike here. So our first doubling is actually just a half doubling from the A to the E. So that doubling, we're doing a note transition straight to E, and then we're doing an up and down movement with that middle finger. And that's all that one is. We can't do that first G grace note because we can't even do a high A grace note because our thumb is off and our top finger's off. So we're just doing a half doubling. So just the one grace note after the note transition. And that's all that one is. there's our second doubling. This is a full doubling, but it's an easy one because we're already on C. We're just doing a doubling on the C and staying on a C. So not having to worry about a note transition here. Just up with and down with the top finger, that's our G grace note. Up and down with the bottom hand's top finger, that's our D grace note. So that's that doubling. So here's what we got so far with embellishments. From there, we drop down to the B, no embellishment. After that, we're going to do a little low G strike to the low A. So what's happening there is both my fingers are covering the hole and then the pinky finger's coming up pretty quickly. We're not holding that low G very long, but yet we do want to hear a distinct low G sound before popping up to that low A. It's distinct, but it's quite short. So the C is long, the B is short, and we do that quick low G strike to low A. So both fingers come down, pinky finger comes up. Give yourself some patience with this one. It can be challenging to get that bottom pinky to reach that bottom hole, but it's a good way to build up your muscles of your bottom pinky because it will get stronger, trust me. You could just keep working at it and you're going to get there. So here's the full lesson 1 chunk with the embellishments, and again the links are below if you want to check out the other lessons and grab that full sheet music. Once more, a little slower, and I'll go through the full first line.